Today's project is that tomorrow's project might be a welding project, and Lucas left some welders here, and I am going to try to make a case that these actually belong to me now. So let's give that a shot. Behind the camera today we have Charles. He's my roommate. He's a nice guy. I got like a 7-pronged approach to why these welders belong to Mark.
Prong 1 actually started at the beginning of the last video. You can see that I wrote my name on the welders. And I feel like if they belonged to someone else, then that person would have contested this by now.
Prong 2 is we're going to try and use them. They've never been used before. And if I'm the only person who's ever used them, then I think that gives me a legitimate claim to them belonging to me more than anyone else. The problem with that is they've never been set up before either. It's pretty simple. You just have to, I don't know. Oh, there's a cheat sheet. That's nice. Oh, there's an owner's manual. No, that's just for the wireless remote. That's just for the tube. This is an entire owner's manual just for one of the tubes. Just gonna have a read. This is in French. Okay. It's one page, and it's plug it into the outlet. Let's see. Got my shop flops. I know William Osman has his Safety Third podcast, but I don't know if he talks about why safety comes third. And I always learned that it was fun learning safety in that order. So that's what we're doing. Another box. You can MIG with gas, but I don't think you need it if you get flux core weld wire. But I could also be very wrong about that, and the internet will tell me. That's not gonna fit in the wall. If we push really hard, it'll probably fit. Oh, that'll definitely fit. That's a weird spot for a ground cable. Glued this in. Huh. It wants you to look at the arrows. You may be surprised to learn that I'm not an electrician. Oh, there's more instructions. Oh, there's lots more instructions. All right. We're going back to learning. Do you want to like get a snack or something? Okay.
I'm gonna sneak Prong 4 in here. Lucas missed like 50 Christmases and birthdays growing up, so this can count towards that, and we can be even Stevens.
Okay. Yeah, I might be able to do this. Oh yeah, this is the wider lens I kept promising you in the dice video. I don't know. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, the whole video is ruined, so that'd be annoying. I lost it.
I actually learned how to weld up in Alaska when I was studying for the CPAs. I needed credit hours, and any college credit counted, so I just took a welding course, and it was great, and I really enjoyed it, but it's been a while.
Okay. Wait, what? Sure. Yeah. Oh. You literally reverse the polarity if you're doing flux core versus solid core wire. That does mean that we'll need gas, and I don't have gas. Charles, do you have gas? Liar. Okay, so torch. That actually don't cut Charles. Piece all the way up inside this piece. Do we just guess? Yeah, grooves. That's groovy. We do one of these guys. Don't tell anyone I'm using an adjustable wrench. It's kind of embarrassing. There's a spring behind this nut, so it might just like... Pew! Lucas got this welder for free after he asked me, should I accept a free welder? And I said, yes. Make what you will of that. Or actually, I'll make what I will of it. And what I will is that it's actually my welder. Is this gonna spring? Do I need a glove? This feels like a good time to have a glove on. Well, I couldn't immediately find a glove, so we'll just go to the emergency room if we have to, it's fine. I regret unspringing it. And then it's a washer spring nut. Love these snips. And then little snip, snap, snip, snap. Oh, that's kind of cool. So we do this, and that sets it to 0.3 or 0.03, which is what this is. Okay. All of the next steps require us to plug it in. I watched a technology connections video about extension cords and how they tend to be made of thinner gauge than the house wires that run to the outlets, so you're basically stepping down the heat transfer ability of the wire that you're using, but it's also essentially an extension of the house wire, so you run the risk of overheating the extension wire without the fuse box being able to know that overheating is happening and tripping a fuse, so you're circumventing some safety stuff. So we're not going to plug it into an extension cord, even though that would be a lot easier. I'm going to try plugging it into this extension cord. You ever watch a YouTube channel like a bunch and then you realize that you don't know the person's name because they don't introduce themselves and they don't, like, they're just making videos by themselves? I have no idea what that guy's name is. Well, I thought it would have power now. No, don't film this. When I plug the welder in, it turns the fridge off. Oh! On the plus side, we haven't electrocuted anybody yet, so that's nice. You know, I didn't look at the arrows. I made fun of the diagram, but I didn't actually check. The arrows are lined up. The auto line circuitry in this unit automatically links the power source to the primary voltage being applied, either 120 or 240. I'm gonna try plugging it into this extension cord. Now we just hope we don't burn the house down, but like, we always hope we don't burn the house down, so that's not new. The risk is just slightly higher. Anything? Hey, we got it. Okay. Does it feed more? No. Anybody who uses this as a how to set up a welder guide is a hero. It needs less than 2. It needs more than 2. something that's not equal to, greater than, or less than 2. Okay, do you... Oh, that's what that does. We need one of those tips.
We're about an hour into setup at this point, and the futzing with the tips took another hour.
Alright, try to weld without a tip. But we need gas. You can try to weld without gas. We need steel. That's galvanized. That's a broom. I think Gandalf is made of aluminum, actually. You know how to safety squint, right, Charles? Okay, I'll teach you. It's easy. Okay, so you just point the... Hold on. You're just going to close your eyes, and you're in no danger unless you look at it. Ready? Yep. Alright, ready? Yep. Okay, so that wasn't a full second. And it obviously didn't work because of the no gas and the no tip. And it stopped feeding. And it's overheating. But you guys saw it. I used the welder. That wasn't there before.
Then I tried calling my brother, who's a lawyer, to see if he had any advice for how to legally reclaim something, but he didn't answer. So I Googled it instead, and I clicked on the first video, and it had some helpful information.
Do you think we could get Lucas on civil forfeiture? Yeah? Okay. We can try civil forfeiture, and we can try eminent domain. Maybe. I don't know. Hopefully Peter calls us back. Well, according to dog law, it's definitely my welder now. Alright. To the store?
In other words, nerds.
Wait, what were we doing? Oh, the welder. Okay, we're going to the store.
Part of that.
We made our way to Harbor Freight to find some tips that would actually fit, but that still didn't solve our gas problem. Thankfully, I have a friend who has a TIG welder, which he uses some gas mix for, I'm not sure which one, and he gave me the spare key to his shop in case of emergencies, and I decided that this counted, so we made our way over to his shop. But once we got there, I realized that his gas tank is buried behind a desk, which is under a giant 3D printer, and it's tied to the wall, and it's plugged into his welder. So we sort of figured maybe we didn't need the gas, and we could just go back to the store and get some flux core wire. And as luck would have it, my brother called me back while we were on our way.
Can you confirm that you are both my brother and a lawyer?
Both of those facts are true.
Okay, so I know we talked about this at one point. Is there a way for me to legally repossess Lucas's welder? Which is, well, I guess I'll rephrase that. My welder.
I can't give you legal advice that's going to be put into a video.
Okay, can you give me illegal advice that can be put in a video?
No, but for different reasons.
Okay. So what you're saying is that you can neither confirm nor deny that the welder legally belongs to me,
in the eyes of the law and God. It was probably just a bad connection. I'm 99% sure he was about to say that it's legally my welder. Once we got back to Harbor Freight, we got some new flux core weld wire and tips to match it. But I'll be honest, by this point it was getting pretty late and I was starting to lose the thread a little bit.
Wait, what were we doing?
After refueling on some burgers, I completely forgot about trying to use the flux core wire to actually use the welder and moved right along to Prong 7, which requires a shovel, and I know the code to another friend's garage, again for emergencies, which we've already established this is, so I was just going to borrow the shovel, which I have forgotten to return, but I will eventually. The final step is that if I can't have it, no one can. So I buried the welder out in the woods and I covered my tracks just like 101 Dalmatians taught me to.
Oh, hey, Ayush. Hey, Mark. You still walking?
Yep, that was the idea that I stumbled.
Oh, you know, I finished them about a month ago, actually.
Oh, okay then.
See you, buddy.
See ya.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's my welder.